Good morning everybody, welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Hope you're all doing great and welcome to this new video right here on Solana. We're going to do a full update. We'll talk about some fundamentals and some fundamental related topics. We'll talk about the technicals of course, and we'll talk about the different scenarios for the price of Sol here. And what I think is most likely of course, because this is a price prediction. But if I did not say it already, I think I did, but hope you're having a great start of the weekend of course. Hope you'll have a great weekend and let's get right into it. So, first of all, I try to always look at the fundamentals for Solana in every video, or at least almost every video. The fundamentals for Solana are quite good, to be fair. I mean, here you can see the DEX trading volumes, which in my opinion is one of the best proxies to see how good a network is doing. Another one is TVL, right? So the total value locked that's on a network on a blockchain. That is declining, right? So fundamentally that's not great, but that's also because a lot of this value that's locked is in Sol coins, right? So this is always, I think, a bit of a worse measure than the DEX trading volumes, although it's not completely, it's not that you cannot use it, right? I mean, it does bear some relevance, but I think DEX trading volumes are more relevant. And at this point of time, the DEX trading volumes are the highest they've been since the beginning of February. And the beginning of February, we were still trading at $200, all right? So fundamentally, I would say we actually deserve a move up, or at least that fundamentally it is a possibility. Now, the thing is that the technicals absolutely do not point towards that, right? I mean, technically, this is the daily time frame, and I wanted to show you that. I think most of us can see that this is a clear reversal of this bullish momentum we started since the beginning of April. Now, does that really matter? No. I mean, if you zoom all the way out, you can see that most of the time Solana has just been consolidating, right? So this is part of that consolidation. We're just moving from the upside to the downside. So in the end, you know, have we really reversed? No, we're just moving within that range. However, you know, it's still a fact that we are trading lower than February, even though the fundamentals are better. And so far we've hit, you know, pretty high into the range. Right here, the last time at 188, but you can see historically, I mean, we've quite quickly after hitting that top of the range before, we've quite quickly got back up there again, right? So it is a possibility that we are actually going to be able to recover here, break above 160. Which is the main resistance level right here between 163 and 160, and that will recover, right? So that is also the main thing I'm looking at this point of time. You know, can we do that, and how will I trade that? And I think you should be ready for that as well. But while we are ready for a bullish breakout or a bullish reclaim, I'd say is a better term for it right now. While we are ready for that right now, which is in line with the fundamentals, it's in line with how strong Bitcoin is. It's also to a certain extent in line with Sol BTC, which at this point of time is at quite a strong support level. So this is the relative strength of Solana against Bitcoin, of course. Even though that's the case, at this point of time, I will still have to tell you that it's most likely we are going to drop down lower. Right, and that is for the simple reason that, first of all, technically, that is just most likely. We are in a range, we hit the top of the range right here, we had a bearish breakdown, we have respected the breakdown so far. So therefore, you know, even though we found support right here at 142, which by the way was expected if you watch my last video, and we can expect us to stay relatively stable here, which I think is most likely. Ultimately, from that stability, it's most likely we're going to drop down to the bottom of the range, right? So technically, that is most likely. The momentum that Solana has also kind of points in this direction, right? So it's not that everything points into the direction of a bullish reclaim. There's a couple of things, but there's also some things that point in the direction of this. And given the fact that the technical structure points towards this, I have to say that I think it's most likely that this is going to happen and that this is the base case scenario which you should expect. So yeah, like I said, short-term stability is more likely, I think, than a further continuation down. But a bullish reclaim, even though it is a possibility, I cannot say that that is most likely, and I cannot say that that's going to happen. Those are my thoughts. I think that's what you need to know. So thank you for watching. I'll see you all in my next videos, and bye.